Hello, my little sweet onions. Today we have returned to the cursed tome that is the Nancy Drew Cookbook. I let you all choose a recipe in a poll in the community tab. I put a few options in there, including one that I was like, God, I hope they don't choose this one. Guess which one won by an overwhelming amount. That's right. The Drew's Onion Special. What makes these onions so special? Well, we'll find out. This recipe is in the picnic and patio get-together section, and let me just tell you, if someone rolled up to my picnic or my patio get-together with the Drew's Onion Special, they would be immediately uninvited. I would send them home. Not at my barbecue, Susan. If you're uninitiated, I have done a few recipes out of this cookbook before, which is originally from the 1970s. The subtitle is Clues to Good Cooking. I think the real clue is if there is any good cooking in this cookbook. That's the mystery we're trying to solve with this one here. There's a bunch of very eclectic recipes, including peanut butter soup, pear salad that involves green food-dyed cottage cheese. It's an interesting experience, to say the least. But today's recipe, like I say, is the Drew's Onion Special. So you can just bet that Nancy and Carson bring this out whenever they're invited to, like, you know, the 4th of July picnic in River Heights, the Anvil Day ceremony. I bet they bring out the Drew's Onion Special. They're known for this. This is their special. And it is a very simple recipe. Like a lot of recipes in this cookbook are. It calls for 6 servings. I will not be doing that. So it asks for 6 medium-sized onions. I have 1. 6 beef bouillon cubes. Here's my beef bouillon cubes. 3 teaspoons of butter, salt, and pepper. And that's your recipe. This is actually apparently intended as like a side dish. There's a little hint from Nancy at the bottom. It says, good go-togethers, use as a vegetable with meat or poultry, and served with sprigs of parsley for decoration. How charming. I will not be doing that. Like I said, it's a pretty simple recipe, so we might as well just get started. The first step is to peel the onion, so let's do it. I think this would probably be a good time to mention that I'm not the biggest onion fan. I don't like the texture of onions, either raw or cooked. Who knows, maybe if you're a big onion ring fan, this will be your newest go-to. It'll be your special. I think I've peeled off all of the outer skin, and if you ever wanted to see me cry, I guess this might be the closest we'll get to it. We'll see if it happens. So I got my peeled onion. It looks a little scrappy, but that's just me. That's faithful to me. I'm a little scrappy myself. What's next, Nancy? Scoop out a hole in the top of each onion. Lovely. I'm gonna try using a grapefruit spoon. I feel like this might be the best tool for the job. They don't really give you any tips for scooping out the top of your onion. I don't know how much a small hole. Sure, Nancy. I don't know how deep this hole needs to be. Like, am I like excavating a whole like mine in here? Am I mining the onion for its precious resources? Oh, it's so slimy. I mean, Shrek was right. Ogres are like onions. Slimy, layered. Okay, I've scooped out a hole in my onion. I don't know if it's... Oh god, my eyes! I don't know if it's too big or too small. I wasn't exactly given much direction. Oh god. I wish this was like an interactive, like 4D experience, so we could cry over our onions together. Because I imagine you're making this recipe along with me. I imagine you've got your onion, you've got your bouillon cubes, and you're ready to go. Put a bouillon cube and half teaspoon butter in the hole of each onion. Sure. I don't like this. I don't like this. The forbidden candy. Forbidden Starburst. I feel like my hole should be deeper. I feel like I need to get deeper into the onion. Okay. Put my bouillon cube. Here's my half teaspoon of butter. I'm gonna insert it into the hole of the onion. What a pleasant term. You know your recipe is good when they say to insert something into the hole of the onion. You know you've got a winner there. Now what? Share me your wisdom, Nancy. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. This is one of the reasons why I didn't want to do this recipe next part. Wrap each onion in a piece of foil, sealing tightly. Fine. Put onions on hot coals on outdoor grill and cook for 45 minutes. I don't have hot coals. I don't have an outdoor grill. I don't even have an outdoors. So we're going to try making them in the onion. The onion? That actually just came out. The oven. We're going to try putting them in the oven. I can't. Everything is onions now. Everything is onions. I'm already being transformed by this recipe. Oh my god. Alright, I've swallowed my onion in foil, and I'm basically just gonna make up what happens next. I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I'm gonna put in for 45 minutes like the recipe suggests. And then I'll be back, and we'll see what comes out on the other side. An onion, hopefully. It's only been like a few minutes, but my house is stinking of onion, and I just opened to check on it, and boy is it sizzling in there. There's kitchen magic going on in there. Some kind of chemistry. I'm a little scared. Okay, I'm back. It's almost time to take my onion special out of the oven. I can tell you it is stinking in here. It's like I worked some kind of magic spell so that instead of putting a beef bouillon cube inside of the onion, I was putting myself inside the onion. Like my house is just one big hollowed out onion right now. That's the vibe we're working with. So we're just gonna hang out until 2 minutes have passed and I'm ready to take out the onion. The onion special. Sorry, it's not just any onion. It's a special onion. It's really special. We're supposed to turn over several times while cooking, it says. But I'm not cooking on hot coals. Unwrap onions with 2 forks and serve while piping hot is the next instructions. So we just gotta wait, I guess. I love that I've got so far into this cookbook that I have like Stockholm syndrome, and I haven't even acknowledged yet that this recipe is basically just like a whole onion that you cook and eat. Like that's the recipe. You eat an onion. I just haven't acknowledged that yet because it just feels normal in the world of the Nancy Drew Cookbook, Clues to Good Cooking by Carolyn Keene, you know? I'm not gonna lie, while this was cooking, I was kind of in fear of my house burning down. I was like, wouldn't it be awful if I had to give this like some clickbaity title, like Nancy Drew Cookbook, recipe almost burned my house down, Nancy Drew burnt my house to the ground. It's just like, oop, just like Alibi and Ashes. That was the timer, my friends. There it is. The special onion. The Drew's Onion Special. Now I've got to unwrap it with my 2 forks, I guess. I feel like there's probably better ways to do this than with 2 forks, but that's what Nancy told me to do, and I do what Nancy tells me. It's like Christmas. It's like I'm unwrapping a little present, but instead of like a nice present, it's a fucking onion. You know, Santa should stop bringing naughty kids coal in their stockings. He should instead bring them whole onions. Oh, the butter's all like melted out of the onion. No. Oh, the beef bouillon smells kind of, Oh, God. You know what? moving my plate closer before attempting this. It doesn't look great. I don't know if beef bouillon cubes were made differently in the 1970s, or if this would have gone a lot better if I was making it on hot coals. But it's just like turned into like mush in the top of my onion special. I feel like I need to give it like a moment or two before I cut into it, because I'm gonna burn all the taste buds off my tongue if I attempt it now, which actually might be a good thing. I'm so disappointed, like literally all the butter is just like in the foil now. So I literally just have an onion on a plate with some disgusting beef mush in the top. Why couldn't we have made phantom eggs instead? Why couldn't we have made mystery corn pudding? Tell me. Why do you hate me? No, I know you didn't know what the recipe was, but I'm picking up some negative vibes here. Are you like wishing me harm? How do you eat this? Like, I don't, Nancy, tell me how I'm supposed to, like, eat it with, I guess you're supposed to like just cut into it and then fill your fork up with meat or poultry, or meat or poultry, and I'm a fool, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So I just have to suffer and eat this on its own. It probably wouldn't be as bad if I was eating it with like, a meat or a poultry. Here's what the beef bouillon looks like up close. Doesn't that look like something you really, really want to eat, like right now? I got kind of the outer layer of the onion, which might not be the best, but I got a tiny bit of the beef bouillon on there. It's also probably likely to be less hot than the middle, so that's good. I'm scared. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I feel like I'm about to like go bungee jumping or something. Like, once I eat this onion, I can never go back to the way I was before. So innocent, so naive. I need someone to hold my hand. Oh my god. Just do it, Chloe, just do it. It's just f***ing onion. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. No. Oh, like, I don't know if it was the bouillon, but I got a big mouthful of like salt at the end. That is intensely unpleasant. I don't know if I can eat anymore. It's literally just like a cooked onion on a plate that Nancy is asking me to eat. The people in like River Heights, like maybe there's some kind of chemical plant nearby that's like messed with their brain chemistry, because that's the only reason I could think of why people would choose to eat this. Okay, don't make this recipe. Do not. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.